Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
And that, well, that was your warning. And now, well, now we can begin. Gary Randall Muehlberg. Oh, yeah, right. This guy's one of those pathetic serial killers. He kills 4 people back in the 90s. They called him the package killer. He used to wrap people up. Anyway.
Waited a long time to talk to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're investigating some cases from back in the early 90s.
Back in the 90s. A long time ago.
Yeah. With DNA progressing so much throughout the years, that's kind of what put us here right now. We got a DNA hit. Okay. Did you pick up any prostitutes at all back in those days, or?
I mean, I might have.
Okay. She was found in between 2 mattresses, and your DNA came back on 2 different pieces of evidence from her.
So I think you understand where we're going with this.
Yeah.
Correct?
Just thinking I am committed a crime.
This guy's a fucking genius.
Yes, sir.
You're in here for whatever time you have left.
Yeah.
You're not getting any, I mean, I don't know how they can give you anything more. We would like to
the death penalty. I'm not going to cop to something I didn't do or don't remember doing. I think this conversation's over because I don't understand all this.
That's why we're just trying to explain it to you.
I feel like I'm being accused of a homicide.
I was hoping maybe you could help us out with that.
We're done talking.
Okay.
We're done talking.
Okay.
So they go away and come back with the old, we won't needle you up if you give it up. So he does.
Got you 3 letters here from 3 prosecutors. You want to take a look at that? Then they won't seek the death penalty.
Okay, so now what?
So I'd like to start with Robin. I have a picture of Robin.
Don't recognize the name, of course. It's 30 some odd years ago.
Do you recall the mattresses?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's painful as hell.
I know.
Do you remember where you disposed of her body?
I'm thinking last time I got something about along a highway out in St. Charles County or Troy or something.
Okay.
Do you remember doing that?
Yeah, somewhat. It wasn't the most intelligent thing to do in my life. But it'd be stupid with all the evidence to deny it. For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
It means a lot.
I know.
He's right. It doesn't. So, how did it all end up? And he gets 4 counts first degree and gets an additional 4 lives. Right. Who's next?
Got a second we can talk?
Yeah, I do. What's going on?
Oh, Brandi Morgan. Brandi's one of those geniuses who shows us all why we can't really trust eyewitness accounts. They're not that great sometimes. As Genius here picks out of a crowd a dude that she thinks is a pervert and runs said dude over. Doesn't kill him, but near enough. So the coppers go have a chat with a chick that needs glasses.
I am here. I've been investigating this about an incident that happened on January 18th.
Then he shows her the video of Genius here not driving her car.
I don't think so.
I know you know what this is talking about because I know you've seen it in the news, and I know that you're kind of scared of what's going on and the repercussions, but it's in reference to a vehicle accident in the Winco parking lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
Do you recall what happened there?
no idea.
That happened happened, okay?
Okay.
I understand there's more to the story than what I know right now, okay? But I also know what happened, okay?
Okay.
I know that your vehicle was used to run somebody over and that you were the driver.
All right.
I understand there's more to the story on the backside of that, the reasoning to and why. And that's what I'm kind of interested in right now. Would you like to tell me about that?
I don't think that's in my best interest, is it?
What do you mean by that?
I'm making legal statements here. Like, do I need?
You always have the ability to have an attorney.
Okay.
Genius.
Notice that he doesn't get up. What do you think happened to him? We can stop it there. That's the end of it.
Okay. I have no idea.
Okay. It's concerning to me.
To anything, but there is a backstory. And
I don't need you to admit to it. I have your car on camera doing it, and you are the exact several witnesses of who it is, right? I'm not here by chance, right? Who is the male that supposedly, whatever happened, would it change the situation? I'll know that you didn't hit.
oh yeah,
You didn't.
great.
You hit an innocent person and broke both of his feet, required surgery, and kept him away from his job. Does that change the situation?
A little bit.
Okay. Do you want to talk to me now?
I don't know.
It's up to you. I'm not going to force you to talk to me, but I think that's something you need to know. Is the person that you hit. A guy that goes to work every day, has never had a run on the law, never done anything bad, goes to work and was simply stopping at the liquor store to get something that his wife requested him to get, and instead he got 2 broken feet for it.
Damn.
Do you think our anger and our haste and our anger probably overclouds
Oh, probably.
the situation?
It's the biggest regret of my life.
You ran over the wrong person and left him there in the parking lot.
I was absolutely certain that it was 100%. So I wasn't feeling bad.
So you didn't care?
I hope that he hurt every day for the rest of his life.
Like I said, I can sympathize with that and I can understand that. But the fact of the matter is the one that's been hurt and not.
So, how did it all end up for our dipshit? Well, she got 2 to 10 inside. Roundabout, roundabout, who is on our roundabout? This guy, his name is Willam Bill Talley. He's one of those pieces of shit that got through selection process for the cops and is actually a murderer. Yeah, piece of filth. One day, drops the facade and ends up killing his missus. Young lady, beautiful young lady called Kelly Livingston, then does a runner because even though he's someone that is meant to know a lot about stopping crime, he's really shit at doing them because he rings up a neighbour and tells her what he did and she calls the cops and they find what should have never happened in the first place.
He told me that he was a helper. This is her house.
This is her house.
He was living here with her.
So our DC in blue ends up being as bad a driver as being a cop and wrecks the car. And the coppers have to drag him out with armour on and bring him down to the station. And that is where he tries to pull the old, I'm a crazy person who can't remember anything. J for genius.
Yeah, right now you're charged with murder. You're charged with violation of oath of office, and you're charged with possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime. That's what we're hoping you can tell us. Maybe once we start talking about it a little bit.
You wasn't back, you wasn't. Come on, Kelly. Someone's talking with me about things.
Well, we're gonna get to that. That's what we're hoping to get to.
No, I'm not talking until somebody talks to me.
Well, I can tell you who, if we can get started there. And it is Kelly.
No!
Don't do that. Talley, come on. Talley. Bill. Bill. No! No! Bill. No! No! Bill.
I'm not gonna talk.
You're not gonna talk?
I'm not gonna talk.
Okay, well, that's your right. That's your right, okay? Well, relax, okay? Well, I mean, if you want to ask some questions, there's some we can answer, Bill, but in the same aspect, we'd like to talk to you if you want to talk. And that's your right if you don't want to talk.
Well, tell me the truth. Kelly's dead.
Yes. Bill, let's not do this.
Take me back to jail.
Take you back to jail.
Take me back to jail.
All right.
So, our bad lieutenant here got life with a 30 stamp for parole. Oh yeah, Heidi Matheny. Now, this DC is straight out of a metal box, and these are the types of DCs that just don't make sense. Scary. And so what did Miss Universe contestant do? Well, a crime as ugly as she is. She didn't want to do the dishes anymore for 2 people, so she came up with a genius plan to kill her mum. Now, she's going to try and smooth it all over as a mercy killing, but you see, DC, your little problem there is drowning isn't merciful. And even better, you did it twice.
So what's going on?
Yeah, probably. I feel like I put the dog down.
So, this is your mother, your grandmother. What happened today to lead to this?
Nothing special. It's just a day like every other day. We went to the doctor yesterday, and the doctor said that like we could put her into a nursing home because that's what she wants. But we can't afford that. It's $289 a day. Her insurance won't cover it because she owns a house. It's a fucking nightmare. And I'm sick of seeing her. She's stressed out. She has panic attacks every damn day. She shouldn't have to live like that.
So you decided to take her life today?
That's what it is.
Okay.
Right along the lane.
And you did it by just drowning her, correct? Okay, so what time did this happen?
Maybe an hour ago, hour and a half ago.
So why did you do it? Do you know?
Because she keeps calling me that. She keeps calling me. And she wants me to sit there and listen with her and like just every day. And I do it every day. But I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna kill myself. That's where I'm at. I almost went with her, but I can't drown myself. She's doing dishes.
Doing dishes, and you just came up from behind her and just put her head in the sink. And when you said you did that until she quit blowing bubbles, and then you moved her onto the couch, but you thought maybe she wasn't dead at that time, so then you took her into the bathtub. Was there water in the bathtub already?
No.
Did you run bath? And so where was your grandmother at while you were running the bath water?
On a couch.
On a couch. And then what happened?
I held her there for what I thought was 15 minutes. And
Face up or face down?
Face down.
Face down. Was her whole body in the tub or just part of it? Okay. And then what happened after that?
I left and came here.
Okay, so she's in the bathtub right now. Is that correct? Ms. Matheny?
I don't know. After we ate ice cream, she went up to do dishes.
Mm-hmm.
She offered to do the dishes. She usually does if I cook.
You're at the sink, right?
Yeah, and I just lost my shit.
Okay. Now let me ask you, what? I'll give you a moment. Okay. We got tissues. those if you need them. Okay. I didn't find any others. I'm sorry.
It's nothing that she did. She's not, she's a perfect freaking grandma.
She got life, but a shut-up parole after 2037. Right. Who fucking next? Tony Peralta. This fucking idiot, Tony, DC. When the guilt gets too much, you get this clown. You see, 15 years earlier, Guilt's here was getting evicted and decided it would be a really good idea to kill his landlord, who was just a dude being his being. So the guilt and the drugs all get too much for Guilt's here, so he rings up the cops and confesses.
911, what's the address of your emergency?
Is this the cop?
Sir, tell me exactly what happened.
Well, I killed somebody.
So the coppers go grab him.
A very calm Peralta waits on the curb for officers to arrive.
I'm just tired of covering it up already.
Try to cover it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm tired of living with my life, sir.
The guilt?
Yeah.
The officer asks if Peralta will take him to where he buried Blodgett.
Let's go.
Okay.
Without being told, Peralta puts his hands behind his back to be cuffed. As he's walked to a patrol car, he thanks the officers.
Thank you guys for coming.
And bring him into the station, and that's where we are right about.
Did it happen at the house?
It did.
It did?
I was on meth really bad.
Okay.
And I killed him because he didn't give me no money. And I buried him in his house.
So they stick him in a car and get him to help find the good old guy that this piece of shit murdered.
This white one here?
Yeah. I buried him in that side place right here.
Part of that room?
The left side.
The left side?
Yeah, if you pull the board up and dig him up.
Let's pull this out.
Let's see where
you can get it with the shovel.
It takes some time, but they eventually realize Peralta was telling the truth.
Oh no, that's a shoe. Yep, you can see. I think it is. There's the, I think it's the boot. Oh, check that. Yep.
So they bring Guilt's back in, they feed him, and then try to figure out how much of a turd this guy actually is.
I just don't want to talk anymore.
Well, it's off your shoulders now, man. Well, it's off your shoulders now, man. You know, his family never knew what happened, and that's kind of where I stand, because I want to be able to tell them, you know, what happened.
Tell them that he was a good man and I should have did what I did. He was always good to me, and I took his life for no reason.
That's why I hate these things that kill the G's, the good guys of our world, because the worthless take away the worthy.
And I don't have an excuse.
What did you?
A lot of people have an excuse. I don't have one.
What did you use to kill him?
I don't remember.
Please don't lie, because there's no reason to lie anymore, right?
I killed him with a screwdriver.
Okay.
So how much was the good guy's life worth? Well, apparently only 15 years. Who is next? Sharice Stinson. Oh yeah, she's one of those things that steals the role of mum and is actually the opposite, and instead of protecting her cubs, kills them. The little boy called Jordan, beautiful too, as she did with this little guy. And then genius in all of her wisdom called the cops and said that some dude that gave her a ride with Hay, her little cub, had knocked her out and stolen the cub. So that's Genius's story. But as with most DCs, her story kind of like a curve, couldn't keep straight.
We still don't have a trace of him, Sharice. We have no idea.
There's no cameras?
No. We went through the cameras on East Bay Drive. We found nothing that can support your story of you walking. with a child. I have a pretty strong idea of what I think happened, okay? And it doesn't mean it was done with intention to hurt him, but something has happened with Jordan Jr. over the last few days that you're not telling me. I just want to know. I have.
I did not.
Sharice,
you gotta believe I did not hurt him.
We're looking, but we're not finding much. We've got neighbors saying there was some loud banging going on the other night. The neighbors reported something got hit on your wall so hard it knocked a piece of furniture off.
Are you thinking I'm hurting him?
No.
See, that's what you're implying.
And what this genius doesn't seem to understand is the word called fretting. For when a parent misplaces their kid for a number of seconds, the paternal fret comes into play, and parents, real parents, are freaking out. But not with one of these things. They don't even feel guilt, and the only worry they have is the worry of getting caught.
The only time I want to hear out of your mouth is the exact location of this young man. All of this other bull is for a little girl, not an adult, not a woman, sure as not a mom. It's for a scared little kid who doesn't want to get caught and held accountable. And I don't even give a about holding anybody accountable. I want this little boy.
I want him home.
You gave up some ridiculous story.
Why would you waste our time with that? If you were still concerned about him...
Because I f***ed up.
Yes, fucked up by being born. Hard to blame someone for that one.
I know you did.
Just left. I left him in the car.
I think that's exactly right. I think you did leave, but I don't think you left him in a car.
So the cops find the little cub and bring the worthless one back in.
You made this whole story up about Antoine. No, I don't believe you one bit, Sharice. You are a liar.
No.
You have not told me the truth all week. The fact is he's there and he's dead. The fact is you walked by after you left him there in the woods behind that dumpster. You left him there and you made all this up to make it look like you're not a monster. You are, because you don't even have the courage to tell your son's story. Your lies are over. This is your chance to be honest. He's not coming back. There he is.
Look at how pathetic that acting is when you think about how much guilt a parent would have if they lost a child in just a car accident, something that wasn't their fault, where this thing murdered hers and her guilt is about being found guilty. Geniuses.
He was murdered. And I just got mad, you know.
So now the gig is up and she spills it. It is fucking classic with psychopaths and sociopaths. They think that they should cry at the time when they are spilling the beans because that's the time they should feel guilt. Geniuses. Instead of feeling that guilt right after what she had done, or when he was having seizures, or when she took him into the woods when he was still alive, any of those times that guilt wasn't there.
I was really mad. I just wanted him to just shut up for 2 seconds.
Yeah. It's okay. It's frustrating. You just wanted him to stop crying.
I'm just like, really hard. He hit his head really hard.
On what?
On the wall. They just took him to the hospital.
So finally, that guilt, well, it did come for her, but more like to her, as in a second degree, and for that guilt, she got 50. If you are new, or even an old subby of mine, Measy, I'm on a project, and to me, Measy, it's the most important project of them all. And that project and its effects will make a whole industry completely safer. And really, it is the one that should be, you know, because people are at the most vulnerable when they have been drinking, And that project, it's called Safe Bars Aotearoa. This YouTube channel and everything that comes from it is built to raise funding for this project. It has its own website. That website address is, that's right, safebarsaotearoa.com. When you get there, you can take a look-see at the project and even become a part of it, a member of the actual project team. And if you do that, well, then you can get hold of our merchandise. And what's merchandise? Oh, didn't I tell you? Our merchandise and every single piece of it has meaning, which means that it's now merchandise. Make sure when you're over there, take a look-see, because we have tane and wahine, that's a man and woman for the less cultured of you, merchandise called merch and or even start learning a language. So make sure you come check out the channel's project website. Remember that address. That's right. Come join the team. Tell your mates. Tell your mates that your YouTube channel that you watch is really fucking different. See that?